Hi there. It's time for Thinking Thursday once again. This month has gone so fast that the third Thursday snuck up on me. And wow, we're here again. Well, I'm glad to be here. And I am your host, Bronwyn Lucas, licensed professional counselor, certified Christian counselor, ordained minister, Reiki therapist, and life coach. That's a lot of hats to wear, but they're all here. I'm wearing all the hats now to talk about mental health and mental wellness. For those of you who have joined me before, you know this, but if I have newbies, each month on the third Thursday, we talk about some aspect of mental wellness, and I try to tie it into what's going on that month. Well, February is Valentine's Day, and it's National Heart Health Month, and so many things about our heart. I thought we'd focus on love. But since we're talking about your personal mental wellness, we're talking about self love. What in the world is that? Well, we're going to find out. Before we get started, just like we always do, we're going to practice some deep breaths. For those of you who are new, let me tell you how to do it. You're going to slowly breathe in through your nose and you're going to breathe out through your mouth. When you're breathing in, you're going to breathe in such a way that you want your stomach to push out. You want to really take air in. So let's practice. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, hopefully, you're at a little calmer space and you're feeling good now. So, we're going to figure out what is this whole thing about self love and loving yourself. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I am here to tell you. Did you know, did you realize that you are God's gift to you? Now, it might sound like double talk, but let me explain it. God made one you. There's no one else just like you. Even identical twins are different. So you are so special that there is not another being on earth just like you. Sometimes that feels good, sometimes it doesn't. But remember, it makes you unique and special. So, because you're so unique and you're so special, and then you are the only one like you, that's reason enough to love yourself and understand and walk in your greatness. So, how do you do that? Let me tell you. One of the first things you can do is to speak positivity in your own life. So I challenge you every morning when you get up, hopefully you go brush your teeth. If you're doing that in the mirror, say something positive to yourself. Maybe it's hello, beautiful, or I'm looking at an awesome person, or just anything. Today's going to be a great day because I decided it will be. Say something positive to yourself to start your day and maybe throughout your day. If the day starts to go sour, remind yourself you're an awesome, wonderful creation. So it may be a bad day, but you're not a bad person. Loving yourself means telling yourself over and over how good you are, even when you don't feel like it. Another thing you can do things that are helpful and not harmful to your body. There was a computer saying, junk in, junk out. The same for your body. If you're only putting in sodas and junk food in your body, you're putting junk in. And you're treating your body, you're treating yourself like you're junk. That's crazy. You're not junk. So no junk in, no junk out. When you're working on loving yourself, being the creation that you are, you're going to do good things. Another thing is move, exercise. When you're moving your body, you're helping it stay young, you're helping it stay healthy. So that's another way to be helpful and not harmful to your body. What else can you do to show yourself some love? Be around positive people. There was a saying long ago, I remember my mother saying, association brings about assimilation. So whoever you're hanging with, that you rub off on each other. So if you're hanging with negative people, their negative energy, their negative thoughts are going to rub off on you. You should love yourself too much to have that negative energy in your life. So put positive people in your life. People that are always down on everything, who are always negative, that's not going to help you. After a while, you begin to absorb their negative energy. And even if you don't start saying negative things, you're just in the company of negativity, and it's going to weigh you down. Again, not a way to show yourself love. So, in that same vein, another thing to do is just enjoy being you. Remember, I said that you're the only one God created like you. There's no other one like you. So enjoy being you. When we're in that space where we're not quite sure how we feel about ourselves, we're not in that place of self-love, it's easy to compare yourself to somebody else. Well, if there is only one you and no one else is just like you, comparing yourself to somebody else doesn't work. Why? They're not you. They weren't created to be you. You weren't created to be them. So let that go. Enjoy being you. Cherish your own uniqueness. And it doesn't matter. Your beauty is your beauty, whether you're fat, skinny, tall, short, light, dark, what someone else may not consider attractive. You have your own beauty, you have your own uniqueness. Celebrate it. Celebrate who you are. Enjoy being who you are. It's a very easy thing when you stop and think about it. When you realize, oh yeah, I am so awesome. And that's not saying in a way of being like I'm all that. It's just a fact. You are awesome. Remember, God created you, so you're awesome. So another way to love yourself. Number 5 on my list of ways and reasons to love yourself. One way to do it is rid yourself of emotional and physical clutter. What is that going to do? Let's start with the physical clutter. Sometimes when you're in that space of not loving yourself or just not feeling good about yourself, you have clutter in your life. That clutter could be emotional clutter or it could be physical clutter. The physical clutter clouds you. You can't move around when you have too many things around you. You can't do it. I was talking to someone the other day and they realized that when their bedroom was junky, they didn't sleep as well. And I concur. So when you clean up the clutter in your life, the physical clutter, you have room to physically freely move and emotionally freely move. There's also emotional clutter, and we've talked about this before. And part of the emotional clutter could be unforgiveness, holding on to what someone's done to you in the past, and that person that you're still mad about when you just see their face, you hear their name, and you're just, ugh, I can't stand them. They've gone on about their life, and you're holding on to what they did to you. Wow, that's emotional clutter, and it is not helping you. Love yourself enough to let go of emotional clutter. For those of you who just joined, I see some work coming on. Tonight's topic is loving yourself, why and how we need to do that. So, we're going through some tips on loving yourself because if you're going to practice emotional wellness, mental wellness, you need to start with loving yourself because God made you and He made you so awesome, you should celebrate it. So, that's where we are tonight. And so after you get rid of that emotional clutter, learn to celebrate who you are. Now this list is in no order. I've been working on it, was going to change the order of it so that it maybe was sequential, but these are just things you do. There is no real order to it. Learn to celebrate the little things in life. There will be times in your life, you may go through seasons where it's a very awful season. It seems like nothing is going right. Not true. Learn to celebrate the small things. Maybe it's You got up on time and you've been oversleeping every day. Celebrate. Find something in your life about you to celebrate. Celebrate the fact that God made you who you are, even when you're not feeling good. Celebrate the fact that you love yourself. You've all done something. Everyone under the sound of my voice. There's something that has happened today, no matter how good or bad today has been. There's something, some reason you can celebrate yourself. So celebrate who you are. Celebrate the goodness. You're not overlooking the things that need to be changed, but definitely find a way to say, oh, yeah, I'm good, because you are. Number 7 on my list, dream big. Now, what do I mean by that? There's another expression, another saying, if your dreams don't scare you, then your dreams are not big enough. This is something that my sister has on a wall in her house, and it's an awesome saying, and it's so true. If your dreams don't scare you, your dreams are not big enough. Dream big. I challenge you to develop a bucket list. Now, let this bucket list go from things that are realistic, something you can do. It may take a stretch, but it's something you can do. But let it extend to things that are outside of your reach, outside of your box. Why? You need to dream big. You can never achieve it if you don't dream it. So dream big. Think of things that you want to do that are going to stretch you. Maybe your dream is to travel, and it's like, I can't travel, I don't have any money. Start putting something aside, little by little. I don't have a passport. Get one. Do step by step to make that dream happen. But do some things and make some plans now for things that are right in your reach so that you're making those goals. You are dreaming big. Follow your passion. What is your passion? What do you have a passion for? What do you have a desire to do? Find that passion. Live that passion. And your life is going to be more fulfilled because you're doing things that you love. You're doing things that fill you up. Maybe you don't know what that passion is. Near the end of this, we're going to talk about ways to find it out. Now, here's something that's hard for some people, but love yourself enough to be willing to ask for help when you need it. Yes, there'll be times when you can't figure it all out. Now, I said you were unique, you were wonderful, you were created by God to be who you are, but you're not God. So you won't know everything. In those times in your life when you need help, get it. Surround yourself around people who you can trust, who you can trust to be honest with you, because maybe you need to hear, boo, that is not the right thing to do. And you need to be able to trust someone. But you need to be able to trust them to say, help. It may be help in a real physical situation. It might be emotionally. You just need some help. Maybe you're down. Maybe you're depressed. You need someone who's going to be real in your life with you. Number 9 on my top 10 list is love others. When you love yourself, you can and embrace who you are and know who you are, you can increase your capacity to love others. And as you give love to others, I promise you're going to get love back. So love others. Remember, you are worthy of love, and so are they. Even those people you deem unlovable, maybe that's the person who needs your love the most. Because if you look at your life and what you've done, somebody might just deem you unlovable too because of one act, one something you did. So love others. Take time out of from who you are to just show some love. And the last thing on my list is be still. Allow yourself to have a moment of quietness. Now, that's hard to do sometimes. Life is busy. But you can take a 2-minute vacation and just sit still. Breathe like we practice in the beginning of every Thinking Thursday. Take a moment to reflect, to meditate, to listen to God. Just be still. That's one of the hardest things to do, but love yourself enough to know that you're worthy of that quiet time, that downtime, just a moment where you're just going to woosah and feel good. But we have quickly filled up our 15-minute time. And I want to say this. We talked tonight about mental wellness being, I'm just going to love me because I'm me. My flaws, my great points, my bad points, it's all me and I love me. If you're listening and you're the person, or maybe you know someone who they're not there, they can't quite deal with self love, or they're having issues, or they need someone to talk to professionally, inbox me on this Facebook page you found it, Able Counseling Consulting, and we'll talk. Until next month, this is me signing off saying, keep loving yourself. You're the best you can be. See you next month.